there, you're watching the English news program on Lào Cai television. In today's program, we will check out the following highlights. Over 3,000 administrative procedure applications were processed throughout the province. Ensure no disruption to investment project. Ensuring waterways safely on Thác Bào Lake during the tourist season. And now are the details. According to the report compiled from various localities across the province, the two-tier local government model has demonstrated promising results. As of July the 6th, after 1 week of operation, the entire province of Lào Cai has received over 3,000 administrative procedure applications.
Of these, nearly 2,900 applications have been resolved, with over 150 currently being processed. The main administrative procedures handled in all software systems have operated smoothly and securely. The reception and resolution of applications at one-stop-shop divisions at all levels have been consistently stable and efficient, ensuring 100% continuous and uninterrupted public service delivery.
To ensure uninterrupted progress of the project in the area, the Lào Cai Kok San Regional Investment and Construction Project Management Board is actively reviewing timelines, focusing on removing bottlenecks and expediting site clearance in accordance with regulation.
Following its consolidation, the Lào Cai Kok San Regional Investment and Construction Project Management Board is now responsible for projects within Lào Cai Ward and Kok San Commune. Currently, the board is preparing for the investment of 14 projects. Additionally, the unit is implementing and constructing 37 projects in the communes and wards under its management. With a substantial workload, including many of the province's key projects, the board proactively took over projects in the area immediately after its organizational restructuring. It is also coordinating with the people's committees of the communes and wards to promptly update policies and resolve difficulties and obstacles related to site clearance.
With the goal of restructuring its industrial sector for rapid, sustainable and efficient growth, while also prioritizing environmental protection, Lào Cai province is currently focusing on maximizing its potentials and strengths. This involves developing industry in a way that is both strategically planned and tailored of the unique characteristics of each region.
For the immediate future, Lào Cai is prioritizing resources to complete the infrastructure of its industrial parks and clusters. The province is also proactively initiating studies to establish a master plan along both sides of the Red River to the sea. This will create new development spaces and guide inter-regional development. Lào Cai is implementing preferential policies to support industrial development, with a firm principle of not accepting projects that pose a risk of environmental pollution. In the coming period, the province will concentrate on investing in the technical infrastructure of industrial parks and clusters, such as Tran Yen Industrial Park, Vo Lao Industrial Park, relocating the Dong Pho Moi Industrial Park, and Thong Nhat One Industrial Cluster.
Lào Cai tourism sector is experiencing strong growth, leading to the substantial increase in its workforce. Currently, the entire province has over 35,000 laborers actively engaged in this field.
Of these, more than 14,000 are direct tourism workers. A large number of these workers are concentrated in key areas such as accommodation, 6,500 people, and tour operations, 1,800 people, along with various other tourism services. Notably, with approximately 420 tour guides and nearly 3,100 transportation workers, alongside 15,000 indirect laborers, the figures highlight the increasing professionalization and diversification within the tourism service supply chain.
Lào Cai province service sector recorded a remarkable 10.13% growth rate in the first 6 months of the year.
This figure is significantly higher than the national average, clearly demonstrating the effectiveness of the province's service sector restructuring efforts, which emphasize diversification, professionalism, and leveraging its advantageous border gate location. Over the past 6 months, total retail sales of goods and consumer service revenue reached over 40.3 trillion VND, achieving 50% of the annual plan. This is a positive sign, indicating a recovery in domestic purchasing power and the successful impact of consumer stimulus policies. Trade, services, and border gate economy continue to serve as key growth drivers for the province.
Since the beginning of this year, the number of passengers traveling on the Lào Cai-Hanoi train route has significantly increased compared to the same period last year.
This is a positive sign, affirming the railway sector's efforts in implementing comprehensive solutions, from repairing and upgrading infrastructure to improving service quality. According to the Lào Cai Railway Transport Business Station, from the beginning of the year until now, Lào Cai Station has welcomed over 60,000 embarking passengers, marking a 137% increase year-on-year. Additionally, it has seen over 100,000 disembarking passengers, a 139% increase compared to the same period. The Hanoi-Lào Cai Railway currently maintains 2 round-trip trains daily. The increase in train passengers is also a positive indicator for the province's tourism sector.
Following its recent merger, Lào Cai province now boasts over 2,000 doctors, achieving a notable ratio of 12.8 doctors per 10,000 people.
This places Lào Cai among the localities with a high density of doctors in the northern Midlands and mountainous region, significantly contributing to meeting the increasing healthcare demands of its citizens. The provincial healthcare sector is actively implementing various synchronous solutions. These range from enhancing the quality of medical training for doctors and healthcare professionals to investing in infrastructure and equipment. The province is also effectively carrying out cooperation programs with central and international hospitals for human resource training, technology transfer, and improving management and operational skills at medical facilities.
In the first 6 months of the year, the Provincial Women's Union of Lào Cai successfully implemented its program to support members in difficult circumstances by building homes of love.
As part of this initiative, 60 homes of love were constructed and handed over to members, with a total value exceeding 5.6 billion VND. This effort has helped poor women members stabilize their lives, find secure housing, and settle into their livelihoods. It also clearly demonstrates the spirit of solidarity and mutual support within the community. Moving forward, the Provincial Women's Union will continue to act as a bridge, effectively mobilizing social resources to bring more homes of love to members in difficult situations.
Thác Ba Lake is a popular destination for many tourists, and its peak tourism season coincides with rising water level. To ensure safety, authorities have implemented various measures to maintain safe waterway traffic on the lake's route.
In recent years, there have been no waterway accidents on Thác Ba Lake. However, this has not led to complacency among authorities or residents. Especially with the current unpredictable and extreme weather patterns, it's crucial for every boat captain and owner to proactively implement waterway safety measures. My crew and I regularly inspect all parts of the boat to ensure safety during the rainy and stormy season. We check the machinery, the hull, and prevent any leaks to ensure safety before we set off. The boat owner always reminds us to wear life jackets when on board. We must follow what the boat owner says and not act on our own to prevent any unfortunate incidents. Storms on this lake are unpredictable, so people remind us, and as passengers, we must comply. Since the beginning of the year, the Provincial Police's Waterway Traffic Police Force has conducted nearly 60 patrol and inspection missions. Through these efforts, they have detected and dealt with over 60 violations. Additionally, they have signed commitments with individuals, organizations, businesses, and cooperatives operating on Thác Ba Lake to ensure compliance with waterway safety regulations. We do not permit unregistered vehicles or those with expired registrations to operate, and vehicle operators must possess professional competency certificates. Before passengers embark, our teams inspect the vehicle's conditions and ensure all safety equipment is present. With the comprehensive implementation of these solutions, waterway traffic on Thác Bà Lake remains secure, allowing both residents and tourists to travel and visit with peace of mind.
Ladies and gentlemen, our program today is ending. Thank you for your attention.